Hello, Aegis students. Welcome to Aegis in Minutes, where I review topics that are covered in class in only minutes. As always, if you haven't completed the assigned readings, please pause the video, complete the readings, and then return. The topic of today's lesson is the theory of value. So let's start with a couple basic definitions. First, value. Value is the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, the worth, or the usefulness of something. Sometimes in economics, economists will refer to value as utility. Price. Price represents the value that a typical person holds for a good or service, as long as the price isn't artificial in that maybe it's not created by the government itself. Price may be considered a measure of value. This is the Diamond-Woodard paradox, which was presented to Adam Smith. The question is this: why is it that water, which is so important to life, can be obtained at a price which is a lot lower than a diamond, which in most cases is only for aesthetics? You will be presented with two main categories of value theory. Each category will have two underlying theories within it. Category 1. Value is an intrinsic characteristic of the object. This classification of value was promoted by the likes of Adam Smith and Karl Marx. In intrinsic theories, the value of this good or service is contained within the object itself. The value is determined by the process of producing, the cost of production, and the labor and the usefulness. Specifically, the labor theory of value, promoted by Karl Marx and Adam Smith to a degree, states that the value of the good or service is determined by the total amount of social necessary labor required to produce it, the opportunity cost of supplying something. So their answer to the Diamond-Woodard paradox would be, well, it's much more difficult under normal circumstances, at least from where they were from, to obtain a diamond than it is to obtain water. Water is more plentiful. One of the counter arguments, at least to Smith, was, well, what happens if somebody just finds a diamond on the street? Does that then reduce its value on the market? Category 2. The value of something is determined by extrinsic factors. This set of theories are promoted by men like Ludwig von Mises, Friedrich Hayek, and Carl Menger. Although they lived during different periods, because they were all born and lived mostly in Austria, this is considered the Austrian School of Economics. One of the biggest contributions from these men is a subjective theory. The value of a good or service is not determined by any inherent property of that good, nor by the amount of labor required to produce that good, but instead the value is determined by the importance an acting individual places on the good or the achievement of the desired ends. Or in other words, the value of an object is determined by the person who's trying to obtain the object. Regardless of how much time and effort and labor it was put in by the supplier, as a demander, if I don't value it, I'm not going to buy it. So someone could put hours and hours or days and days into, say, painting a picture, right? If I don't value that picture, then I'm not going to put my money into it, regardless of the amount of time and effort that the person who supplied it put into it. This is the foundation of exchanges in free societies, and is the exact reason why suppliers have to both be self and others regarding. Rarely do people exchange something that they value more for something that they value less. It's Austrian Karl Menger who puts it all together to provide to us the most thorough answer to the Diamond-Woodard paradox. The marginal theory of value suggests that the subjective value of an object is impacted by circumstances. If we consider the highest subjective value use of an object versus its lowest subjective valued use of the object, it gives us an understanding of the difference between diamonds and water. With water, the highest subjective valued use of the object is life, cleaning, and crops, while the lowest are swimming pools, entertainment, water guns, slip and slides. For the diamond, it's aesthetics. Now, I know there's more that we can use diamonds for today, but back during Adam Smith's time, it was aesthetics. Under normal circumstances, at least in the United States and England and Austria, we live in this situation. Water's plentiful. We can get water and we can use it for many things. We can use it for life, cleaning, and crops, and there's still enough left over for pools, entertainment, water guns, and slip and slides. It's easy to obtain. And therefore, the value of a diamond is much higher than water because water's plentiful and diamonds aren't. However, under more severe circumstances where water is not as plentiful, life, cleaning, and crops will take much more priority over aesthetics. I hope this video gives you a better understanding of the theories of value, and in particular the importance of the subjective theory as it relates to markets as we move forward with our unit of understanding markets and values in economics. Thank you for your time. Until next time.